and welcome to News Across Nigeria. I'm Neota Egbe. Here are our headlines. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo visits flood-hit areas of Makurdi, the Benue state capital. Imo State Police Command arrests 2 suspects in connection with the murder of Reverend Father Sirakus Onunkwo. And traders in Oredo local government area of Edo State protest alleged increment of market taxes. Vice President Professor Yemi Osinbajo is in Benue State visiting with members or victims of the floods caused by torrential rainfall that hit Makurdi, the state capital, on August the 28th. Vice President Osinbajo, who is representing President Muhammadu Buhari, will meet with the Benue State Governor Samuel Otom and other senior government officials. The federal government has been providing support to the state government and the Benue State Emergency Management Agency, which was set up a camp at the Makurdi International Market for persons displaced by the floods. President Buhari had earlier directed the National Emergency Management Agency to mobilize and deploy resources towards delivering relief materials to those affected by the floods. In the meantime, Benue and Nasarawa state governments have commenced palliative work on the failed portions of the Makurdi-Lafia Federal Highway at Yelwata, where a bus driver lost his life after his vehicle plunged into the ditch. The Benue State Commissioner for Works, Mr. Emmanuel Menja, traced the deep gully eating up the federal highway to the heavy rainfall. The Federal Controller of Works in Nasarawa State, Engineer Wasiu Taiwo, confirmed the mobilization of a contractor and experts from the Ministry of Works to quickly fix the road within 48 hours.
Heavy-duty construction equipment moving into the failed portion of the Lafia-Makurdi Federal Highway to begin palliative work. Escalation and stone filling of the Yelwata failed portion of the road is ongoing as the road is slightly open for gradual movement of vehicles caught up in the traffic gridlock. According to eyewitness account, this bus lying in wreckage plunged into the gully, killing the driver instantly, while 2 other occupants sustained injuries.
This motor do accident here, and the driver died, and the other the conductor in leg break, and the other woman with the inside injured. As rain fall, then road caught.
Motorists are having a hard time waiting for hours owing to the ongoing repair work on the highway. But the Benue State Commissioner of Works assures on timely restoration of the road.
Yes, actually the governor spoke to the managing director of CGTC and the project manager, and if you can see, they have deployed a team here to do assessment. We have done the assessment, and we have called for equipment. They're on the way. And at the same time, we're making arrangements so that we can move materials here. And at the same time, the Nasarawa state government has also spoken to Shrakta, who are also working both in Nasarawa state and Benue state. And they are all here. And we have assessed the whole thing. With what we are trying to do, we're thinking that by the grace of God, within 72 hours, we should be able to get to a reasonable solution that there will be no threats.
On his part, the Federal Controller of Works speaks on the extent of repair work to be carried out on the failed portion.
The technical work now is that we are thinking of bringing boulders to stabilize the place so that we can restore some part of the lost pavement back. That's the best we can do for now.
Besides the Yelwata Bad Road, the effect of the Makurdi floods is telling on the Makurdi-Otoko Federal Highway along Kanshio village, where gully erosion is almost cutting the road in 2, but the Benue state government has also mobilized contractors to the site for a quick fix.
There may be hope for a quick resolution of the issues that resulted in the industrial action embarked upon by the National Association of Resident Doctors. A meeting between the striking doctors and the federal government is underway. Representatives of both parties are meeting at the conference room of the Ministry of Labour and Employment. It comes as a strike by the Association of Resident Doctors entered its third day. Anambra and Ekiti state chapters of NARD are reported to have backed out of the nationwide strike. The resident doctors had resolved to go on strike on Monday, the 4th of September 2017. Amongst the demands they listed for the federal government to meet inclusion into the integrated payroll and personnel information platform and other issues of welfare. Meanwhile, the president of the Nigerian Medical Association, Professor Mike Ogirima, has attributed the actions of the resident doctors to lack of trust. Professor Ogirima is hoping that all the issues will be resolved at the conclusion of the meeting between the National Association of Resident Doctors and the federal government today.
Here you have demands running for over a period of 4 to 7 years. The same demands are recurring. Government called them for negotiation. Agreements were reached. Promises were made. But the doctors never got the light of the day. Government, on its own part, cannot be trusted any longer. That is the core of the matter. If we want to get a leeway into this matter, the technocrats in all the parastatals of government concerned with this problem must be booked. They are at fault. Each time, agreements were reached, and they refused to implement. By the time we meet, the issues of claims by centers that they have received salary or shortfall arrears, we'll be able to trash it today because we have enough period in between that meeting and now. So we'll be able to confirm. And I think if those centers have received those money, they should release it. They should pay the shortfall. And I'm sure once the resident doctors sees a lot in their bank account, they will honor the agreement. For once, they will start trusting the government.
Traders in Benin City, the Edo State capital, are protesting an increase in their annual shop taxes from 8,000 naira to between 50,000 naira and 80,000 naira by the authorities of Edo local government area. They are demanding that the shop tax should be reverted to the original 8,000 naira or even as low as 2,000 naira, considering the prevailing harsh economic climate. According to the leadership of the Traders Union, they were not consulted before the taxes were increased, and so they've marched to the State House of Assembly, where the Speaker assured them that their demands would be looked into.
Oredo Local Government Council is perhaps the commercial nerve center of Benin City, the Edo State capital, because of the number of markets and shops it hosts. But this Wednesday morning, most of these shops that gave the council its economic status did not open because the owners are protesting against an increment in their annual levy payable to the authorities of the local government council. Beginning from New Benin Market axis, the traders chanting solidarity songs marched through Mission Road as they head towards the King Square area. The traders say they are angered by the fact that the council authorities neither consulted them nor considers the economic situation in the country before increasing the levies.
I want them to please help us reduce this levy. It's outrageous, so that we can be able to feed our children. It's too much. It's double taxation, and for that we pay our tax.
The protest is taken to the Edo State House of Assembly, where after listening to the traders' petitions, the leadership of the House promised to deliberate on the matter during the day's sittings, owing to its urgency.
We deem it fit, sir, to come and visit you on the outrageous bill imposed by Oredo local government. Before now, we have been paying 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 respectively, but right now they have imposed another charges levy of 50,000, 100,000, 80,000 respectively, which the traders cannot afford even in the next 10 years.
And we assure you now that as we are going for sitting, we are going to take this petition today. And your representative, we need yourself and 3 other representatives that we come, we are going to discuss. As we are discussing, we invite the officials of Oredo local government. They will join you. All of us, we will talk and arrive at a reasonable and acceptable fee for your market people.
Having received this assurance from the state legislature, the traders depart the assembly complex to seek more audience with stakeholders, whom they hope will also intervene in the situation.
And when news across returns, government authorities in Imo State confirmed the arrest of 2 men suspected to be involved in Reverend Father Onunkwo's murder. Bring details in a moment.